Yo, still bills, what's the deal, man? Better get my goddamn day started. Obviously, a short day, but big game though, man. I saw Devin Haney's tweet. I wanted to kind of touch on that shit, man. Me personally, I'm not mad at Lomachenko if he. Oh, you can't be serious. God damn. Me personally, I'm not mad if Lomachenko gets a shot at George Kambosos. I'm honestly not. I'm not mad at it at all, man. He's deserving of it. He's put in the most amount of pain. He's beat credible opposition in the process. You dig what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be mad at Lomachenko for getting a title shot. But I do think Devin Haney is a bit more deserving of it. Just on the strength that, you know, he has to find mandatories to honor. Like, he has to, you just think about how fucked up that is. You dig? Somebody has to chase down a mandatory to get a fight. I have to chase you and, you know, hold your feet to the fire to get a fight when you know, you should be doing that as a mandatory. People continue to sweep his mandatories from up under his feet. And that shit is, you know, it's corny. It's corny. And he's a champion. He hold, you know, we would be having these problems, but he's a champion. Lomachenko forfeited one of his belts to Devin Haney so he can get the French fries belt. It's only right that we get Undisputed out of the way, man. Undisputed is kind of coming, you know, it's becoming a common thing. Canelo just went undisputed this year. Josh Taylor went undisputed this year. Let's keep this energy flowing, man. Let's keep this energy flowing. I think Devin Haney should be, I think he should be the one to fight George Kambosos and unify next year in Australia. I honestly do, man. And he's feeling some type of way about it, as he should, because once again, it's gonna be another slap in the face. He's this close to being undisputed, to going undisputed, and getting the credible opponent on his resume, just for somebody to come and you know, sweep the rug from up under him, man. That shit is whack. Yes, that shit is whack. Now, I wouldn't be mad at Lomachenko for getting an not undisputed, but a shot, you know, his title's back. Those are, you know, Teofimo took them from him just 2 fights ago. I wouldn't be mad if hey, yo, nah, I want my title shot. I want my titles back. And if he goes there, if that happens and he goes and he gets those titles back in Australia next year against Kambosos, it would only be right if he said, I need Undisputed, because I think that's the path that he's on right now. He has Undisputed in the scope, so that would be dope if he was to do that. That would be dope. But will he do it? We're not so sure. So I don't know. I think he would personally, man. But nonetheless, it's only right that, you know, for right now, that Devin Haney get that shot. Niggas can say whatever it is they want to say about Devin Haney, but, you know, he is being ducked. He is being ducked. And that shit can't even be denied. And with Kambosos, if I'm being honest, I think Devin Haney is a more winnable fight than Lomachenko. I don't think anybody at 135 is going to beat Lomachenko. I just don't. That dude is too skilled, man. He has a fucking... He got Zordon for a brain, bro. Like, you know, this dude, you talking about interstellar fucking intelligence. This dude is an alien. Dude is an alien. So I don't see anybody beating Lomachenko, man. I honestly don't. I honestly don't. So I think it would be a better benefit to Kambosos to go get that work with Devin Haney first, because fuck a bag. Fuck a bag. You're this close to Undisputed, why even risk it? I mean, risk it most definitely, but you gonna fuck around and spend that money. I mean, look at what Teofimo was talking about, man. They ran through all that, you know, they ran through about 2.5 or however much he got for Lomachenko. They damn near ran through all that shit. That choke gonna run out. that legacy is stamped. So if he was to get, if he was to go undisputed, that's a far bigger accomplishment and an accolade than, you know, what monetary gains he would get just for fighting Lomachenko. Lomachenko was not a champion. He's not a champion, so why not go and fight another champion and officially become undisputed? Teofimo was not undisputed. I don't give a fuck what them. Oh, we recognize this as undisputed. How? When Devin has a belt. We can't, you know, we can't get past that. Teofimo was not undisputed, so therefore Kambosos is not undisputed. So you have an opportunity to go undisputed, so why not go undisputed? Why not do it? You lose to Devin Haney, alright, word. You know, like you're not gonna, you're a unified world champion, you dig? So you're not gonna be knocked off your square that much to the point where you're just completely out of the running for becoming a two-time world champion. Devin Haney is deserving of that shot. He honestly is. He honestly is. Queen Rye Garcia don't want to fight him. Shit, man. They was going out. Had he not fucked his hand up in sparring, they was going to take motherfucking Jojo Diaz away. That fight away from him. Nah, so, yeah, bro. I'm saying, he's deserving of that spot. That fight should go to him. The next fight that George Kambosos has should be against Devin Haney in Australia in front of 80,000 motherfuckers. And that expands Devin Haney's brand if he's able to go into this dude's backyard and beat him and take all of his jewelry. That usurps a fight with, like, that opportunity right there for George Kambosos usurps a fight with Vasily Lomachenko in the now. Because Lomachenko doesn't have a title. If he was to beat a Lomachenko, it would be a great, you know, a great fucking a scalp on his resume. That would be an incredible scalp. Nonetheless, Lomachenko is not a champion, so you can beat somebody. And Devin Haney is a great scalp as well. I think, you know, Lomachenko is more accomplished than Devin Haney, but at the moment, Devin Haney has something more. You gain more out of beating a Devin Haney than a Lomachenko. If they were both champions, I'd easily go. If you want the challenge, you would go for the Lomachenko. Devin Haney's a challenge in himself, but Lomachenko's a step above the rest of the 35 pounders, despite him losing to Teofimo Lopez. So don't go get undisputed, homie. Go get undisputed. Lomachenko ain't going nowhere. Lomachenko is going nowhere. That would be, honestly, that would be kind of goofy. Because they offer you a big bag. They offer you a big bag to fucking fight Vasily Lomachenko instead of fighting Devin Haney. I just wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. If you're going to lose to Devin Haney in an undisputed world title match. Don't go in there and lose to Lomachenko and just get all your belts taken from you on your first, you know, on your first defense. Don't do that. Do not do that. Don't do that. Take your ass and go fight Devin Haney. That is the logical thing to do. It's logical. Fighting Lomachenko in the now is not a logical thing. If you play yourself and you're going to fuck around and lose against Lomachenko, and that reign would have been short-lived, and it would have been for nothing. It's better to, if you're going to lose, go lose to Devin Haney. So you put yourself in a position to possibly become undisputed. So, all right, cool, I lost, but I lost in an undisputed title match. Cool, I can. That's an easier pill to swallow instead of losing for nothing. Losing to a mandatory in the same capacity that Teofimo did with you. Go get undisputed, George. Not let them niggas, you know, hoodwink you into fighting Lomachenko for nothing. Even though I'm not mad at the fight. I'm not mad at it whatsoever. I would enjoy that fight, but Teofimo enjoys Kambosos. I just think it would be foolish to do it. So don't be foolish, man. Go get that. Go get that work with Devin Haney. And go for undisputed at the beginning or the middle of next year. And solidify your legacy in the sport. The money is going to come and go. Undisputed will not. We in a generation where accolades and accomplishment don't matter as much. The biggest accolade that they want is millions of followers on social media. And if a fight, you know, if they can get a fight brewing on social media between two motherfuckers, then that usurps somebody actually going after a title. That's why Canelo was so hated. Because he'd rather go and fight these motherfuckers for accolades as opposed to just fighting somebody with the size of a social media following. No. That shit is whack. Niggas don't even be on MySpace no more. MySpace and Black Planet, that's like the crux of social media. And the chat rooms on this. Don't nobody be on that shit no more. Nobody give a fuck about them sites no more. Nobody. Which means it's going to run its course. And once that shit runs its course, you have to start back over on the next big platform that's out popping at the time being. But you know what doesn't run its course? Undisputed. You will forever be etched in the history of the sport if you go undisputed. You're a unified world champion, man, and you're one belt shy of that, man. So you're not far from achieving that goal. You're not far from it. Go do it. Lomachenko will be there. Lomachenko will be there, man. You one match. Do not let them hoodwink. You one match away from being undisputed if you can win that match. You are one match away. You saying you see all type of holes in this game? Good. You take that energy and you run with it. Because you know, I think if he acquiesces to fighting you in the manner that he fought Jojo Diaz and Jorge Linares, he's going to be there to be hit. So being undisputed isn't out of the question for you. It isn't out of the question for you. So I would do that instead of fighting the Lomachenko, who has nothing to bring to the table outside of a name, as opposed to fighting a dude with a name and a title to complete the last puzzle piece of not your career, but a milestone in your career. Be smart, George. Be smart. Be smart. If accomplishment and history means anything to you, you will go and fight Devin Haney and not Vasily Lomachenko in your next fight. I don't give a fuck how much money they throw in your face. I do not care. I do not care. And they're gonna come with a nice price. They're gonna come with a hefty price. You may fuck around and get more for that fight than you would with goddamn Devin Haney. But the thing is, when you fight in front of 80K in your homeland, the live gate there is gonna be wild style. Y'all may fuck around and throw that shit on pay-per-view. So you're gonna get a nice little bag anyway. So you may as well go and fight Devin Haney. Go do that. Please go do that. Please, pretty please go do that. And if you're able to get through Devin Haney, now we can get Lomachenko on the scope. Now we can do that. Be smart, man. Be smart. But please, you know, Devin Haney is more deserving of this fight than any and everybody. Devin Haney is more deserving of this fight than any and everybody. Get that man his respect. Get that man his shot at undisputed. Get that man his shot at undisputed, man. He deserves it more than anybody. So that's how I'm feeling about it, man. Devin Haney deserves a shot, and I think Kambosos will be a fool to fight Lomachenko in his next fight, even though I wouldn't be mad at that fight, because I do think Lomachenko is deserving of that fight. He's just not more deserving of it than Devin Haney. Deuces.